Happy Saturday! We have a treat today because we are going to be meeting with Renee Moreau, who is a makeup artist, permanent makeup specialist, and a good friend of mine. She's also a Christian image consultant. But today she's going to share with you 4 tips for mature skin and what to do about makeup. So 4 really great tips and information that will help you to look younger as you are aging. So here she is.
As we age and mature, our skin begins to come a little droopy, little dragged down. So when we apply our makeup, we want to give ourselves a fresh, uplifted look. So I'm going to give you some tips. There will be 4 tips to apply your makeup that'll be great to give you a lifted look. Number 1 I want to start with is eyeshadow. Um, Eyeshadow, you want to put just a little shimmer, and where you want to put the shimmer is under the brow bone, just a little bit here. And you can apply a little on the lid of your eye right here. That gives a little bit of brightness to the eye, brings forward the features that we want to. The second tip is to keep your blush on the higher side of your cheekbone. And we want to keep the angle going up towards your hairline, and this gives us a lifted look here. A second little tip along with your blush going up would be that you want your eyeshadow angle here to go up from your corner of your eye to the tail of your eyebrow. Just a nice angle. No eyeshadow down below that line as it brings your eye down. Number 3 would be the lips. Matte colors for lipsticks are largely popular right now with all the girls, especially the younger girls. But for us mature women, we need to keep a little shimmer or a little shine on our lips to keep it from looking too dull. So that would be maybe a lip gloss to give it some shine, or a little shimmer in your lipstick. And last tip is your eyebrows. The eyebrows are huge with giving your face youth and framing your whole face. So make sure, a lot of us now that we're aging, we're losing so many hairs in our eyebrow. We need to fill in those patchy areas, those thin spots. Take either a pencil or a light to medium brown eyeshadow powder and just kind of fill in where Mother Nature has taken away your beautiful shaped brow. And that will make a huge difference to bring back your youth and keep you looking young and fresh.
Thank you. Those are amazing tips. And I have a couple of questions about each one of them. So, on the first one, you said that if we're going to use sparkly or shiny eyeshadow, that we just want to, there were certain areas that you wanted to have it in. So, are you saying then that the main eyeshadow that we should use is more of a matte?
Yes, you want to use a matte all over. And you could use a matte from brow bone to lid. That's fine too. But just a little bit of sparkle brings out certain areas that you might need to bring out in your eyes.
That makes a lot of sense. So, would you say that most women, as we mature, should use one eyeshadow, 2, 3? How many?
Well, it depends how complicated you want to get. Usually, 2 different eye color shadows are plenty. A little highlighter one to bring out those features in your eyes that you want to bring out, and then a little bit darker one to recess. Maybe you have the hooded eye that I like to put a little darker to recede that back and give your eyes some depth. And that puffy area doesn't pop out even more. It has more of a receding look. So 2 is fine, but you can certainly have fun with all different colors that go in your color code.
Nice. I think what we'll do maybe later in the summer, we'll do a video using some color and using some shadows, and we'll go a little more in depth with eyeshadow, because I think that would be just a fun video to have, and maybe we have some surprises coming down the road. So they'll just have to wait and see what that's all about. So your eyebrows, ladies, filling in your eyebrow like, well, not eyebrow, but eyebrows. And sometimes it feels like you only have one eyebrow because they start falling out. But filling in your eyebrows makes all the difference in the world. When as we age and as we, I mean, our eyebrows, Renee actually did my permanent, I have permanent eyebrows and I have permanent eyeliner. And I think we're going to do another video on that soon as well. But it makes all the difference. But like she said, you can use an eyeshadow, but make sure that it's matte if you're going to be using an eyeshadow to fill in. And you'll want to take kind of an angled brush to do that, and just little strokes to fill in your eyebrow. But it really will change your age even, and make you look 10, 15 years younger when you fill in those brows. So make sure that you do that. And if you're kind of like, oh, you're just not quite sure, like, oh, I'm so afraid, start with a blonde eyebrow pencil. Start with that, kind of get a little used to it, and then get a little darker with your eyeshadow. All right. And then I know one of the questions, well, you talked about blush, which is, I think that was pretty self-explanatory. And so our blush, upward motion, I used to say like a Nike check mark. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just a little up here on top, a little hollow here. You could do a little contouring with a bronzer if you like, but for blush, you don't want to go too far in this way. Keep everything up on your
Okay,
cheekbone.
perfect. Because I used to say go like this and then check.
Oh,
All right. And then for your lips, do people still wear lip liner?
yes, they do. But most of the time, it's pretty neutral or pretty close to the lip color they're wearing. And there isn't a big definition between your lip color and your lip liner. It's just to define your lips if you have a trouble with lipstick blending into the rest of your face. So lip liner kind of keeps it in within the perimeter.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. So you didn't know I was going to ask this question, but I am going to ask this question because you might be the one to have the answer for it. So one of the things that I am realizing, and ladies, right now on the screen, it's not going to probably look like I have this because I have a lot of makeup on over it. Plus on Zoom, there happens to be a filter that just kind of, I don't know, it softens your skin a little bit. But one of the things that I notice, Renee, on a every day is what I'm getting underneath my, it's like these, I guess you call them bags, like, and I take collagen and I mean, I do everything. I take good care of my skin. You know, maybe cosmetically, there aren't a lot of things that we can do, but is there cosmetically, not cosmetically, is there surgically or something? I mean, without completely going under the knife, that sort of thing. I don't want to recommend that, but what can we go a little further?
Yes. As we age, we have loss of a lot of fat in our face. We have fat pads all over our face. So as we age, we lose that. There is fillers that you can have done. This is called your trough, and they can put name brand Restylane. There's certain ones that you can have put into this area here that will fill that out. It probably lasts up about to a year. And you really want to go to someone who has done it many times and does a really good job. Inexperienced places that you could go, you could experience a lot of bruising, and it's a delicate area. You really have to be sure who you go to. But there is a solution with fillers.
Interesting. All right. So do you have to, is it a one time? Like, is it one time appointment, or do you have to go back several times, or what about that?
Usually they can do it in one time. I have seen where doctors give, if they want to be very cautious, they'll do a little injection, give you 2 weeks to let that settle in, and maybe give you a little bit more as well. It depends on the technician.
All right. Well, I just think that's interesting because I know there's a lot we can do with makeup and, you know, cosmetically, but sometimes there are women who are just like, you know what, I'm going to take this a little bit further. And guys, as you're listening to me, I'm not one for like plastic surgery and go get yourself fixed. No, I am absolutely not. But if there's something that isn't going to cost a whole lot of money, I don't even know how much that costs,
and it makes you feel better, kind of is like plastic surgery. My mother used to always say, if there's something that will actually make you feel better and feel more confident, then that's between you and the Lord. Pray about it, ask him, and see, because it just might be something but that you would want to do. But what I'm not an advocate of is somebody who just gets completely fixed and fixed and fixed and fixed and fixed, and you look like a different person by the end of it. So, but if there's something that you're like, what, I'd like a little filler, I like a little, I don't even, I had Botox one time a long time ago when somebody offered it to me. And I came out looking like this, and I said I was never going to do that again. I mean, I walked around like that for like, I don't know, a week or something.
Botox can be quite helpful if you do a lot of frowning, scowling in this area. A little Botox goes a long way just to relax the muscle in here so we don't frown and get the 11s as much. If you get a little too much, your eyebrows can go up, and I feel you look like Dr. Spock. And you can go back and they can give you a little antidote that will relax them down a little bit more and bring them down. So there's a remedy to having too many wrinkles in the forehead, or if you frown too much, there's a remedy for that. And just a little Botox could help in that area.
And I also heard that Botox helps if you like get migraines.
Yes. Yes. I've gotten Botox through the years, just a few little here and there. Amazing for headaches. It really, I don't get headaches anymore. And Botox can last around 3 to 6 months, depending how many units you get put into your forehead. And they can do a little around the mouth to relax your mouth. They can do a little here to give you a lift. There's little areas that they can target. I went to someone that was very conservative that just did a little, and it helped me a lot. But yes, it does help with headaches a lot.
Thank you for being with us today. Just some helpful tips. When I think about our audience and who it is that watches us, I know that this was a blessing to them because we're women in our second act, really just trying to figure it all out. And so as our skin gets older and it ages and a little more mature, we need to have just that reminder of a few things that we can do with our makeup. And so thank you for being here today. And ladies, I hope you enjoyed this. And I know you enjoyed Renee, and we'll be seeing her again soon.
Thank you so much, Renee, for doing that. I love when I can bring guests on and share their expertise. And I know I'm going to be using those tips, and I know that our audience here will as well. So if you have any questions for Renee when it comes to makeup, go ahead and post it in the comment, and I will make sure that she sees that and answers it. And until next week, we're going to talk about permanent makeup next week. So you're going to get to hear from her again. I know that was like some juicy info when we started talking about it, and I was like, oh, we got to get there. So anyway, we're going to talk about that next week, and I can't wait to be back here with you then. So have a great week. Bye-bye.